all of life on the planet is about energy, and that's why this is a biodynamic farm, and that's why we try to employ methods of sustainable construction as well. Biodynamic agriculture is, first of all, a basic organic production system, but then involves a conscious effort to capture and utilize energy that is larger than what we see, shall we say. So cosmic energy, earth energy. So not just the sun's energy, but all the energies that come together on this planet. In conventional agriculture, excuse me, you need approximately 10 units of fossil fuel energy to produce one, and this is a calorie, so you need 10 calories of fossil fuel energy to produce 1 calorie of food energy. And that's very, very inefficient. And if you go back to even 150 years ago, but definitely in pre-industrial Europe and other parts of the world, it's more like 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. So 1 unit of either human or animal energy will produce 2 or 3 units of food energy.
Okay.
So you can see in the last 150, 200 years, we've lost all of our efficiency in food production.
Why do you choose to have a straw bale house?
Because it's a local material. It's a byproduct of our farming. So we produce grain here, which means we also produce straw. So the embodied energy in it is very low. It doesn't take a lot of fossil fuel energy to grow straw. The other reason is because it is very efficient. You get a very good R value, and you don't have to worry about putting a lot of fossil fuel energy into a house to keep it warm in the winter or keep it cool in the summer.
Do you think people are aware about this? About energy efficiency or agriculture efficiency?
No, by and large, no. A very small number of people. I think it's like many other places. It's maybe 25% of the population understands how important these things are.
Yeah.
And about 75% is still pretty ignorant. They just don't know. They don't want to know, and because it means many things have to change. It means that food has to be more expensive. It means that housing has to be more expensive. Just because we won't have the cheap sources of energy anymore. Everything is about energy. I think people just need to ask themselves how far they're willing to think into the future. Do you only care about your short lifespan, or do you care about your children and your children's children and 5 generations down the road? Because the way we live now is not a way that people will be able to live in 100 years or 150 years. It's not just an economic thing or a social thing, it's a political thing. Every time you buy something, that's a political decision too. Because you are, by buying something, whether you buy a product that's got low embodied energy and is produced sustainably, or you buy something that's cheap and plastic and made in China, political decisions as well. Because you affect how the world develops around you by making that decision every day. We're planting the seeds. We're trying to plant the seeds for future civilization, for future society, something that will have survivability built into it. And that's very different from what is going on around us. Everything that goes on around us is based on money, more or less. It's not based on anything real whatsoever. The considerations that go into making decisions aren't made with any wisdom directing them at all. It's just about return on investment, about marketability. It's all about money. And I don't agree with Caesar. I don't think that money does not stink. Money does stink. It makes the whole world sick in a way.